Duru Primary School. Then I continued to Lala Primary School in Homa Bay, where I was a teacher. Then joined secondary school, Kisumu Technical. Then went for the A-levels in Amkura. Then later he proceeded with the other studies while he was at work, while he had joined the forces. So General actually was a very humble man full of humility, and he was loving to the family members. He was very cooperative, and he never took himself to be a very senior person. He was very simple and could cooperate with the rest of the family members. And even the entire community at large, he has been very friendly. He had been a staunch member of the St. Thomas Church in Duru, where he even assisted the church to be built, and even he provided a water tank to the primary school. This is one of which he provided to Lala Primary, where he learned. And he had been helping a number of students here who had been falling out of school because of lack of school fees. And even the widows, some are getting some allowances or some small tokens every month because of him. And even as family members, he had been assisting us here there as a brother. And a number of people have been grateful for the assistance they've been offering. So at the moment you say we have a very big loss, a loss that we don't know, because even the students who have been going to school, we don't know now who will take over. And even the widows who have been benefiting from her may also suffer because we don't know how they'll continue their lives. Some of them have not joined the government funding of 2000. So they've been benefiting from him so much. So at the moment we are planning to have the funeral on Sunday. And we are also planning even to have a 100-year celebration of Abumze here. But now it may not work so well, but those who will come will just be entertained tomorrow. And then on Sunday we shall proceed the church, where there was supposed to be consecration of the church, and also the burial service will continue. So at the moment I'm going to mount the stone for that consecration, which will be done by the Archbishop. And then later we move for the funeral in his home next to Ngea. Not this home here. He has his home next to Ngea. It was just about 2 weeks ago we were in a church. Though we didn't see each other so much, we only talked on phone. Because being a canon, I was in my vestment and I was assisting the service. So he was one of the congregants. So he just appeared. Later he got into his vehicle and left. So later we just talked on phone. Actually, there was a time we talked with him, and he told us that he would wish that he would be buried within 72 hours. He doesn't want funerals which drag for many days. And even he showed us that if I die, bury me here. He showed us the place in his home. And even he questioned my sister there. I told her that you are the one who is always stubborn. Don't bring a problem during that time. So the sister also said she gave up, said let the plans go as planned. The sister is seated here. He's the one who decided, yes, and told us, and even warned the sister here that you are the one who is normally very stubborn and argumentative. Please don't bring a problem due that day. And normally in his life also, he did also like interfere with somebody's family. The way the family decides, he goes with that. So now also he didn't want to interfere with his. Even at home here, he didn't normally put himself as a general. If he came here as a very simple person, could talk very freely, eat anything which was found here, even if it's in oil. He never had any choice. His life was very, very simple. Very simple life. In the family here, we are a family of 18 children. From the first mother, we are 9. The second mother, there are also 9. And in our family, I'm the eldest. I have 2 sisters following me. And then there is my brother here. So he's the one following the brother. So you can get that number from myself, 2 sisters, the brother, then himself.
Violet Ateno Mondi. I come within the locality. Francis Ogolla is my shemeji. And we know him as a generous person, as a humble person, as someone who can associate with anyone. And I can remember one day when he was around and I saw him and there was a bodyguard behind him, but I could not notice immediately that it was him. Then I just said, "Hey, is that Francis Ogolla?" Actually, he waved at me and I knew this man is a down-to-earth person. We also worship with him in the same church, and he normally sits at the back when people are worshiping, and you will never notice that he's within until the pastor will notice that he's within and will actually acknowledge that he's there and will greet us. But he's somebody who is known to be very simple, somebody who interacts with the community within. He has helped a lot of students who have passed and actually recruit them to several places where they're at least getting something which can help them. He also built for us a nice church. He has furnished the church. He has done a lot within the church compound. He made some borehole for the church. And actually at the nearby school, he made sure that the floors of the classrooms are all tiled. He has done a lot within our community, and actually we appreciate that. And we say that may his soul rest in peace. That is
name is Yinda Kech. I'm a community member around. We know General because as the name states that he's a general, but locally you could not tell whether this man is really a general because he was a down-to-earth person. He will move freely, interact with everybody. Sometimes even when he's around, he would sneak to church and sit at the back without anybody realizing that the general is around. He was a man who was down to earth, a man of the people, a generous man. He would not like to see anybody missing something that he could offer. He was looking after a lot of widows. He would take everybody to school. Anybody who was willing to go to school, the general would be there for him. There are several schools around here that he has done wonders. He has built classes, he has promoted sports, he has built churches. You see, he was a local man living in a local community. We really miss him so much. When we heard about his death yesterday, we couldn't believe. It was so unfortunate because on Sunday, there was supposed to be a very big ceremony here in honor of him. In his honor, he built a church, an ACK in Duru, which he was supposed to come and officially open on Sunday. We miss him and we pray that his soul rest in eternal peace.
My name is Yugi Dobdik. I'm a resident of this area. This village is called Ndiwo Village. Our brother Cliffons Onyango Omondi is one of us because he's my cousin. He has been a useful member of this family, doing a lot of coordination with the family members, participating in development activities in the area. Before he joined the forces, he was in the village here and he was coordinating with the youth groups and doing a lot of development activities in this area. So we learned about his death yesterday. We knew that he was working in the Kenya Air Force, and we are also aware that he left Nairobi yesterday for a safari to with the head of the armed forces, and we got information that there was an aircraft accident, and he was among the people who were in the aeroplane. And we knew that long time ago, before it was being talked about in the radio and the news. That was long after we had already known what had happened. So, unless you have something else to ask me.
Maybe you just tell us what kind of a person was Cliff?
Cliff was friendly and lovely. In fact, he was so friendly that you could not even know that he works in the Kenya Army, because in the village here he is so friendly and has a lot of good relations with people of all cadres, people of his age mate, women, and he happens to have known so many relatives, so he could easily talk with them. Even yesterday, before what happened, he had made phone calls to so many people, greeting them, wanting to know their well-being, and he was a social person. That's the much I can say. So social and very cooperative in terms of any issue that can bring about development in the community. He joined the Kenya Defence Forces 2014, and he has worked all along, based in Boy Air Base. He is married. He has a young wife with the two children who are still very young. I think the oldest could be 4, 5, 6 years. Because it happened yesterday, we have not got any communication from the employer, but we are already making arrangements on what we can do to give him a good send-off. And I think in our thinking, the earlier it is done, the better. And we are talking about beginning next week, which the arrangement for the burial should be in the top gear, so that we give him a good send-off.
Dari mic ni. Dari mic. Katiba Governor.
Tulikuwa conference